Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. It's Rock and Roll Spot coming at you with the newest installment of Building the Team. So this week, for Building the Team, we're looking at a build of 400 points, generic theme teams only. So, now what is a generic theme team? Basically, it's a theme team built around a generic keyword. As mentioned in previous videos, there are two types of keywords in HeroClix. Named keywords such as Space Knight, TMNT, Batman Family, so on and so forth. And there are generic ones. Generic ones are traits that characters have, such as Robot, Detective, Past, Soldier. Basic traits that are shared by characters throughout fiction in general. So, now let's get started with these three. Yes, only three 400-point generic theme teams. First off, we have a cosmic theme. We're going to kick things off with Javelin. It's actually the first one that I've considered putting him on a team, so. Javelin comes in at 70 points, has the Space Knight, Armor, Cosmic, and Robot keywords, as well as a trait, Galadorian Reactive Armor. Toughness, vulnerability, but only when targeted by a range attack. Okay. Looking at the dial, we've got a couple clicks of charge and a few clicks of flurry. Full dial of Blades, Claws, Fangs. Always a good thing to have. On defense, we've got a couple clicks starting off with the special power Galadorian Phalanx. When Javelin is adjacent to one or more friendly characters with the Space Knight keyword, modify defense +1. Okay. Then we got a few clicks of Super Senses. On damage, we got a couple clicks of Exploit Weakness, followed by a few clicks of Empower. Okay, not too shabby. Next up, we've got Firefall. So, Firefall here comes in at 75 points, has the Space Knight, Armor, Cosmic, and Robot keywords, as well as the Galadorian Reactive Armor trait. Looking at the dial, he opens up with a couple clicks of Running Shot, followed by a few clicks of Plasticity. On attack, we open up with a special power, Partner to the Living Flame, Energy Explosion, Poison. When Firefall uses either, damage dealt can't be reduced below 1. Let's not say that it's penetrating so much as it's going to, at least one damage will get through. Then, Partner to the Living Flame clicks into a few clicks of just regular poison. On defense, we open up with the special power Galadorian Phalanx, which is the same as Javelin's. That gives way to Super Senses. On damage, we open up blank, but then click into a few clicks of Ranged Combat Expert. Okay, alright. Next up, we've got Terminator. It doesn't look too terribly much like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but hey, you know, it could potentially look like Arnold in power armor that includes lasers that come out of the eye, a laser that comes out of the eyes. Could, you know, that could be Arnold under there. You don't know. Terminator comes in at 90 points and has the Space Knight, Armor, Cosmic, and Robot keywords, as well as the Galadorian Reactive Armor trait. Looking at the dial, we open up with a few clicks of Running Shot, a couple clicks of Running Shot, then a couple clicks of Charge, followed by a couple clicks of Flurry. On attack, we open up with a couple clicks of Incapacitate, which gives way to a couple clicks of Super Strength, which then gives way to a couple clicks of Steel Energy. On defense, we open up with the special power Galadorian Phalanx, same as Firefall and Javelin. This gives way to a few clicks of Combat Reflexes, followed by a final click of Regeneration. And then on damage, we open up with a couple clicks of Enhancement, followed by remaining clicks being Battle Fury. Okay. An interesting... starts off as a range support, and then goes into just beating on things. Finally, we have Morg. Now, Morg here is a figure I've had for years, and to be pretty honest, I've never actually run him. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to potentially doing so. So Morg comes in at 165 points, has the Power Cosmic team ability, which gives him protected outwit and willpower. He has the Cosmic and Herald keywords, as well as the trait Execution. Morg modifies his attack value by +2 when attacking an adjacent character with 2 action tokens. Okay. Looking at the dial, we open up with some hypersonic speed, which gives way to charge. On attack, we open up with a special power Axe Swipe. Morg can use Quake. When he uses Quake and hits, instead of replacing his damage value, roll a d6 and subtract 2. Maximum 2. Each hit character is dealt damage equal to the result. So you're looking at potentially 4 damage Quake. That could be really... which he does not actually start with, but he does click in fact. Yeah. He does click into it. Anyways, Axe Swipe gives way to Blaze Claw's Fangs. On defense, we open up with Invulnerability, which gives way to Toughness, which then gives way to Regeneration. And finally, on damage, we again start off blank, but click into Exploit Weakness. So, not too shabby. Morg was one of the various replacements for the Silver Surfer by as Galactus' Herald over the years. And unlike a lot of the other replacements, Morg was just like, hey, let's go harvest, living, planets full of living sentient beings. That'll be fun. And so a bunch of the other former Heralds came together to try and stop Morg, and in fact, Frankie Ray, who was former Herald, I think also kind of, if I remember correctly, I think she was also kind of sort of Silver Surfer's girlfriend of sorts. But Morg ended up killing her during the whole, hey, let's band together and stop this crazy dude story. And he was stopped eventually, but yeah. Still, at not a cheap price. Alright, moving on though, we've got a martial artist team. Now this is actually the same, this is literally the exact same martial artist team I put together a few weeks ago for the Bizarro format. It is the 50-point Ninja Turtles, the Rebirth Nightwing, and the Joker's Wild Batman. Because they're all martial artists. The 4 Turtles all clock in at 50 points, have the Animal, Martial Artist, TMNT, and TMNT Ally keywords. Donatello also has Scientist. They also all have the trait Fighting Through the Swarms. When they hit an opposing character after their action is resolved, you may place them in any square adjacent to that character. So perhaps you could in some ways, it's more of making an opening for another character. But yeah. Let's see. On speed, they all start off with charge or click into leap climb. Raphael on attack has the special attack power Psi. He can use Flurry, penetrating damage when making a close attack. Okay. Mikey is Nunchakus, Flurry. Each time he hits an opposing character, after action is resolved, give that character an action token. Okay. Donatello has Bow Staff. All damage dealt by him causes knockback, and he's Giant Reach of 2. Leonardo has Katana, Blaze Claw's Fangs, and if he misses an attack this turn, he can use Sidestep. Defensively speaking, they've all got toughness. They all start off with toughness and then click into combat reflexes. On damage, oopsie. Raph starts off blank, then clicks into Battle Fury, which then gives way to Close Combat Expert. Michelangelo starts off with Power, which gives way to Close Combat Expert. Donatello starts off without Wit, which gives way to Close Combat Expert. And Leonardo starts off with Leadership, which gives way to Close Combat Expert. I should notice that these are still set up for the Bizarro game. Alrighty, next up we've got Nightwing, who comes. Also, a quick look at each of the turtles, in case you didn't see them on the past video. Raph. Michelangelo. Donatello. Excuse me. And Leonardo. Now you may be wondering why they all have red head, while all their headbands are red. Hey, Whiskers messed up. No, actually they didn't. These versions are based actually on the mid-'80s comic series rather than the late '80s cartoon. So, yeah. So, once again, Nightwing. Comes in at 75 points. Has the Titans and Batman Ally team abilities, as well as the Batman Family, Teen Titans, and Martial Artist keywords. He's got the trait Titans Reborn. When he's given a move action after resolutions, he uses Titans team ability at no cost, which doesn't matter because there are no other Titans on. No one else with the Titans team ability, so yeah. And he also has improved movement, ignores elevated terrain and hindering terrain. So, looking at the dial, we open up with a few clicks of Running Shot, which gives way to a few clicks of Flurry. On attack, we open up with a few clicks of Incapacitate. On defense, we open up with a few clicks of Energy Shield Deflection, followed by a few clicks of Combat Reflexes. And on damage, we open up with a special power, Does your utility belt sell a Fax Machine 2? Leadership. Free action, you can choose either Close Combat Expert, Range Combat Expert, Perplex, or Outwit. Nightwing can use the chosen power until your next turn. Okay. That gives way to Perplex. And yes, there are numerous ways to utilize that. Finally, we have Batman. Batman here comes in at 120 points. Has the Batman Ally and Outsiders team abilities, as well as the Batman Family, Gotham City, Outsiders, Detective, and Martial Artist keywords. as well as improved movement, ignores elevated terrain and hindering terrain, as well as the trait My Team to Handle but the League Won't. Once per turn, when a friendly character within 6 squares uses the Outsider's team ability, that character can immediately use Outwit, but only to target the opposing character targeted for the Outsider's team ability. Ooh, that can be rough. Next, looking at the dial, we open up with a few clicks of Running Shot, followed by a few clicks of Charge, a full dial of Special Power, Analytical Mind, and Utility Belt. Give Batman a free action and choose one. Energy Explosion, Force Blast, Incapacitate, Precision Strike, or Willpower. Batman can use the chosen power until he chooses again. Then on defense, we've got a few clicks of start off with a few clicks of toughness, followed by a few clicks of combat reflexes, and on damage, we open up with a couple clicks of leadership, and that is our martial artist. Finally, we have ourselves a soldier team. So, these have fallen in. We'll start off with the ranking member of the team, Commander Steel. Commander here comes in at 40 points, has the JSA team ability, allowing him to share his defense value with other characters with the same with the JSA team ability or a wild card. He also has the All-Star Squadron, Justice Society, Past and Soldier keywords, and 2 traits. First off, the Haywood Legacy. When Commander Steel is hit with a close attack, after resolutions, deal the attacker 1 penetrating damage. Okay. We also have the trait A Simpler Time. Once per turn for all characters with this trait, if a character uses the JSA team ability to replace its defense value with Commander Steel's when targeted with a close attack, after resolutions, deal the attacker 1 penetrating damage. Okay. Looking at the dial, we open up with a click of Charge, followed by a couple clicks of Sidestep. On attack, we've got a couple clicks of Super Strength. On defense, first off, he's indomitable, so built-in willpower, yay, always a favorite. But he opens up with a couple clicks of invulnerability, followed by a couple clicks of toughness. And on damage, we open up with a couple clicks of leadership, followed by a couple clicks of empower. Okay, not too shabby. Next up, we've got a longtime favorite, Moon Knight. Yes, I know, I use him almost anytime I have the opportunity, because he's friggin' Moon Knight. I love Moon Knight. So, Moon Knight comes in at 75 points. Has the Avengers, Heroes for Hire, Martial Artists, Marvel Knights, Mystical, and Soldier keywords, as well as improved movement, ignores elevated terrain, hindering terrain, and the trait Cycles of the Moon. At the beginning of your turn, remove a moon token from this card, and if you can't, place a moon token on this card. If there's a moon token on this card, modify Moon Knight's combat values by +1, and he can use willpower. Okay. Looking at the dial, we open up with the special power Night Hunter. Moon Knight can use Charge, Running Shot, and Stealth. Very potent combination. On that gives way to Sidestep, and then on attack, we click into Precision Strike, and then click into Blaze Claw's Fangs. On defense, we open up with Toughness, which gives way to Combat Reflexes, which gives way to Regeneration. On damage, we open up with Exploit Weakness, which gives way to Close Combat Expert. Next up, we've got U.S. Agent. No, that's not just Cap with a gun. Cap in black holding a gun. It's actually a separate character. But he's still Cap related. So, U.S. Agent comes in at 80 points, has the Shield team ability, as well as the Avengers, Dark Avengers, Invaders, Shield, and Soldier keywords. You got 2 traits. First off is Invade Your Territory. U.S. Agent ignores opposing barrier and smoke cloud tokens for movement purposes, and removes them from the game when moving through them. Next up is the trait Planned Invasion. When a friendly character uses the Invade Your Territory trait, after actions resolve, That character can use Barrier or Smoke Cloud as a free action until your next turn, but only to place markers equal to the number of removed markers of that type. So we open up with, looking at the dial, we open up with Charge, which gives way to Flurry, which gives way to Sidestep. On attack, we open up with Super Strength, which gives, and then on defense, we open up with the special power Behind the Shield. U.S. Agent can use combat reflexes and invulnerability. At the end of your turn, choose the side of the square U.S. Agent occupies. Lines of fire drawn to U.S. Agent that pass through that side of the square are blocked until your next turn. Okay. That gives way to Toughness, and then on damage, we click into Close Combat Expert. Okay, it's not too shabby. Next up, we've got the Punisher. Who has the highest printed range of the team. So, yeah, he's our range combat guy. Punisher comes in at 80 points, has the anti-registration, Marvel Knights, and Soldier keywords, as well as the Spider-Man ally team ability. He also has two traits. First is Locked and Loaded. At the beginning of the game, place 3 ammo tokens on this card. When Punisher KOs an opposing character, place an ammo token on this card. Okay. The second trait is Empty the Clip. When Punisher targets one or more characters with a range attack, he can remove 1 or more ammo tokens. If you do, when making the attack roll, it can't be re-rolled, and you roll an extra d6 for each removed token, then choose 2 dice for the attack roll. Okay. That can definitely come in handy. Makes crit missing almost impossible. Looking at the dial itself, he opens up with some Sidestep, which gives way to Running Shot, which then gives way to Stealth. On attack, we open up with the special power Deadly Barrage. Give Punisher a power action and remove an ammo token to make a range attack, then make another range attack. The first attack doesn't activate the okay. Yeah, damage depletion modifier isn't a thing anymore. That gives way to Energy Explosion, which gives way to Blaze Claw's Fangs. On defense, we open up with a Willpower, which gives way to Toughness. And then on defense, we open up blank, but click into Outwit. And finally, we have Midnighter. Sure, I don't get to play too terribly often because of, reasons. Midnighter comes in at 125 points, has the Authority, Stormwatch, Martial Artist, and Soldier keywords. Also has improved movement, ignores hindering terrain, as well as, like just about everybody else in this squad, 2 traits. The first one, I Know What You'll Do. When an opposing character uses a Close Combat Expert, they can only use it to modify 1 value by +1. Next up, we fought this fight in my head already. When Midnighter targets an opposing character with a close combat attack, until your next turn, modify that character's defense value by -1, and ignore any other modifiers to that character's defense value. That's going to come in handy. So looking at the dial, we open up with the special power Cybernetic Implants. Midnighter can use Charge, Flurry, and Toughness. When Midnighter doesn't have 2 action tokens, he can use Stealth. That clicks into Flurry, just by itself. On attack, we open up blank, we click into Precision Strike. And then on defense, we've got Indomitable, so built-in willpower, yay. And open up with Super Sense, which then gives way to Combat Reflexes. On damage, we open up with Exploit Weakness, which then gives way to the special power Go for the Soft Spots. Midnighter can use Exploit Weakness and Outwit. If he uses Outwit to target an adjacent character, Midnighter can use Plasticity and can't be ignored for movement purposes. Okay. Now, there is actually some strategy to this team, as well as the Cosmic team. The idea for the Cosmic team is, by and large, have Terminator incapacitate opposing characters, and then Morg runs up and with his attack value modified by +2, and just yeah. Even better is if Morg has his Quake power. You can incap a group of 3, have him charge in, Quake at +2 attack. And potentially 4 damage. Oh yeah. So with this one, the idea would be keep Midnighter and Commander Steel near each other. That way Commander Steel can constantly remove tokens from Midnighter, so you can just keep on beating on people. They're at least, well, let me rephrase it, attacking people up close. That way you're getting rid of defense modifiers and lowering defense values of potential targets. So yeah. Also, a quick rundown of how these went this past game. Ended up running the Batman team. I went 1 and 2, though the first game was actually a 0-0 draw, and I lost in the roll-off. The Batman team actually did fairly decently. I actually might have forgotten a few things, which may have ended up costing me a lot over the course of the latter half of the game. But learning process, you know. Namely, forgetting that Rebirth Batman can make other figures of the Justice League team ability protected from Outwit. So, yeah. That would have helped me at least a teensy bit. Anyway, that's it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I put new content. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.